Hey yo, PC Monk here with another Bitcoin video. All right, in this video we want to talk about Bitcoin as well. Maybe I take a look at ETH and Solana as well. Depends on the timing we have here. Yes, it is on Solana. Yeah, I mean Solana. I mean you're looking at it. I think it's gonna go for a new high, 220, somewhere around there. Since we held the 200 right here, and it's doing this. But more importantly, we talk about BTC. All right, so BTC, we've talked about that it's going to go up yesterday, right? But it hasn't yet really shown everything. Hold on. I gotta close that drawer. No, that was making me not be able to focus. But anyway, so we've talked about BTC. We've talked about there's about the potential for it to go higher, right? Hit around here. And once you hit here, then you're talking about the highs around this area. It's worth to mention it right now. So today we do have news. All right, before we jump into the market itself, we do have news today. It's GDP and unemployment claim. Tomorrow is going to be PCE. So today, if the market wants to move, is a good time, right? Some coins you might be saying like, bro, some coins been moving. Yes, yes, some coins been moving, like ETH, Solana especially. ETH hasn't yet really moved, but Solana did. Nonetheless, BTC, if it wants to move, as long as we hold this 111, 780. So let me just remove the yesterday's projections. So yesterday it did come here, so this first projection was in play. My favorite move for yesterday was we come in here and hold this. But this could happen today. So we could come up here and hold it here. Now, keep in mind, upon holding it here, there's a very important thing here. We are above the swing that got us down, right? We consolidated here. We slowly moved down. Sorry for the hiccups. Then it puts it up here. uh, Point of failure, we dumped it. So if you hold around here and consolidate, you might see a high to around the previous high locally. We're talking about locally, nothing like higher highs, stuff like that. To do a new all-time high or even go towards that, we have to gain 1700 or 117,000. That's the right number. Until then, I'm like only looking for either this or this. This is going to be the good one, obviously. Now, today we do have volatility um, towards downside if I want to talk about it. Really, since BTC's been in the same direction, it's been doing shenanigans. I mean, last week we moved down, and this week we kind of move up. It all makes sense. But if we really want to go down, the first thing is we have to hold, we have to lose this. $111,780. All right. So once you lose this, all right, nothing is set. But if you lose this, you probably might react on the daily, or you might come back all the way down to this wick. Right now, what's important is what's going to happen after this. Now, you really don't want it to come down to this wick. Like best case scenario of a hold is going to be this swing right here, right? But in any case, if it happens, um, then you're going to have a cascade of sells coming in. Hold on. So yeah, now once we basically lose this purple line, which, you know, it had its own hold here, then you're probably gonna make a new low. I mean, you could hold the 108, 887. There is a volume imbalance there for like a double bottom, but there is a potential for new low as well if you lose the daily open and the pink line. I think it might be due to retest the pink line and then continue up today. We haven't yet entered London. This is just Hong Kong market. London has not yet been open. This is just, I mean, it's not just Hong Kong. I think it's Hong Kong and Tokyo. But yeah, um, that's that. Now let's talk about USDT quickly for a moment. So you can see USDT is downtrending and it just started the downtrend, right? So we finally broke this today, right? And now we're coming down slowly but surely. Now, in my opinion, I thought that we're gonna basically get denied right here, but guess what? We went up. That's last week. So the same play is here now, that you could come back to retest this area, and upon retesting, continue down. Now this is a 15 minutes candle. Let's just get rid of it. I want to talk about 4 hour level, which is right here. Now the 4 hour level, this is the Tico bottom of the swing here. Now the swing itself looks like this. So you could just come down all the way to this area, to this range, okay? To this range, which the bottom of it is that 4 hour. So yeah, it could come all the way down here. Obviously, best case scenario is to make a new low locally from this low. In that case, you might have a reaction towards upside and another denial. Now, if today and tomorrow is all about going up on assets, I think today maybe USDT is going to come down here, or maybe even going to make a new low, and then tomorrow we go for the pushback. Sorry, yeah, tomorrow on Asia market we go for the pushback up and then push it down, just like what happened today, or what happened last night. So you could see that we pushed it up, right? Then we came back down, then we pushed it up again, and then on, this is market cap, sorry. So what happened is right here, right? This is Wednesday. We pushed it, and then a little bit of dump happened here, right? A 4 hour of dump, or not a dump, just a pullback, and then we pushed it back up. So just kind of similar to, these upcoming 2 days, and it's worth mentioning that we do have news today. So if I want to talk about yeah. So first, let me talk about the news. Like I said, I'm just gonna take a look at the timings on it. Obviously, timings are my local zone, so your timing would be different on the news. Keep that in mind. But we do have two important news today, and I think GDP will. I mean, unemployment claim itself has some effect, but GDP could make the market a little bit volatile. Now the MACD, I usually don't do these things, but I used to play with MACD, and MACD is, it's been giving us higher greens and lower reds, meaning the trend is towards upside. I don't really want to go into indicators. One more indicator that I used to look is stock RSI. At this range, you could be, I mean, right here you have a bullish divergence that played out. Right now, I don't see a bullish divergence on it, but maybe there could be on the lower time frame because we're looking at it on a 1 hour. But slowly, it's overbought or oversold, and it's slowly coming up on the 1 hour time frame. And this is XRP, by the way. This is XRP, by the way. I'm giving you guys some XRP stuff. Same thing with Bitcoin. Same thing with Bitcoin. Was overbought. Now it's coming. I'm sorry. Was oversold. Now it's coming back up. So yeah, everything is the same. Now let's talk about the liquidations here. System's a little bit laggy. Yeah, I gotta hold on. I gotta increase the overclocking. When I go to sleep, I basically don't shut down my PC, but I like decrease the CPU usage. So it just, has a rest. So this is what you look at, right? Now, these green ones are perpetual buys, the red ones are perpetual sells. If I just remove the large orders for a moment so I could talk about liquidation. Now, as we are going up, somebody just opened a big order, and their liquidation is like right here. This just came in. So as we're going up, people are shorting. So you can just imagine, these are all liquidations, by the way. Liquidation Nation. Look at this. Look at this, right? This is CoinAnk. I'll talk about this today on the stream fully. I'm going to make a couple of videos on CoinAnk, and then I'll upload them while I'm streaming. But the blue ones are the major ones. So we're talking about at least 115, 798. If it wants, it could go for all-time high. But I think the all-time high might come tomorrow. Really depends on the news. I think whatever today is, it's going to be a news-driven day. Definitely not an organic day. We've talked about this on a 1 hour time frame. So yeah, towards upside, you could see amount of liquidations. Now, if I turn the liquidation off, okay, and then I turn the large orders on, you could see that there is a lot of large orders towards bottom. But we do get this ladder step, right? And it's pushing it towards upside. So you could see that BTC is more interested towards upside. And obviously, if I take a look at the footprint with you guys over the 1 hour, as we filled this big orders of shorts, we did have some volume imbalances. And right here, there is a stack imbalance that is coming to fill, a volume imbalance that is coming to fill. And after that, we could continue up. You could see how like the large orders right here, like a ladder that's like pushing the price up. All right. And there's the same thing is here for the shorts because they want to get filled. Now, the big shorts uh, are on spot as well. If I just show you guys the spot orders. So show this, let's hide this and let's show this. So these are spot orders. You can see not much around here, but as you're going close to all-time high, which is 126, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around there, you get a big chunk of spot sell order, right? So the sell orders on spot come from like around the all-time high, but it's worth mentioning it, I guess, right? Right here, I guess 125. You guys could see this big sell order coming in on spot. Obviously, on perpetual, you got way bigger orders all across the basically market. And the reason why spot orders are always bigger, it's because, I mean, you guys probably know, because of leverage. Because of leverage. That's why the spot order is always bigger. I'm sorry, the perpetual orders are. But take a look at the perpetual orders at the top, at 125, nothing there, right? If you go a little bit higher at 126,600, then you get 16 millions worth of short. But yeah, overall, this is it. Now, how long I've been talking about it? Because we talked about everything mostly. 11 minutes. 11 minutes. I've talked about the liquidation. So I'm showing everything to you guys, a liquidation and everything in one single chart, which is the CoinAng chart. I used to open CoinGlass workspace. All right, this is a CoinGlass workspace. Let me just show it to you guys one more time. Yeah, this is the CoinGlass workspace. You could see like over the past 12 hours, the liquidation heat map shows us a lot, 60 million worth of long on ETH got liquidated, which is okay. I mean, a lot of people longing it, so I had to have a pullback. Um, and then the large orders, we've talked about the large orders on the CoinAnk. So nothing to basically see here. Yes, we do know there's orders on top and bottom. The only thing that I want to mention is this. All right, you could see, and this is refreshed. All right, you could see in 3 days there's orders both sides, but there are bigger orders and monetary wise on the top, on the top, especially around 113, 113 and high 112. So we'll see what happened there. I mean, 113 is empty at this moment, so I'll take that back. A little bit higher than 113. I'm talking about basically 1300, 113,500 and above. All right. There's some good orders there to be filled until that is it. Thank you guys for watching. We've talked about everything. I'll be starting streaming right now, so I'll appreciate if you guys come and say hi and stuff like that. And yeah, until next time, let me just bring the chart back up. How do I do that? I don't know. I have no clue. There you go. Until next time, see ya. See ya. Bye bye.